A finger that points to the moon. Imagine a towering mountain and a blemishless mirror fused into one. Imagine, if you can, that this mountain was made of incandescent light. And imagine that you were put before this mountain. Your breath frozen in your throat, you looked at it. This is what your first darshan of Guruji would be like. When he wills this meeting to happen, he will penetrate into the core of your being. You will be denuded of all pretension. Your soul will be exposed to his gaze. And when you see yourself in him, when you glimpse your own lion-like divinity, you will truly be his disciple. Do not imagine that the meeting will not happen. Do not imagine that the Guru was made up of body and has disappeared into the void. There are more darshans to come, 100,000 meetings to happen, and a majestic promise to be fulfilled between Guruji and his beloved disciples. The promise of love that the Guru and his disciple be united in the clasp of eternity. We can keep our part of the promise by beginning to know ourselves. For the Sadguru, our Guruji, is a mirror put up before our eyes so that we can recognize ourselves. The Guru, as the word itself shows, removes the darkness of ignorance with the light of wisdom. In this nation's sacred tradition, the Guru is put on a pedestal even higher than that of the gods. He is seen as a sine qua non of the spiritual journey. He is the guide without whom the tentative first-time climber and the stalwart spiritual mountaineer are both lost. He is not only the path, not only the gate through which the seeker goes, but also the goal, the top of the mountain. He is the pole star in the journey from darkness to light, from ignorance to self-illumination. And all the scriptures of the word are but feeble commentaries on his nature. They are the fingers that point to the moon. But when you have Guruji's darshan, the moon is right before you, incandescent. If you choose to avert your gaze, not once, but again and again, the light of truth is too strong for you. The Guru's call is to the divine in you. His word or Shabad, his hukam or feared is like the pebble that hits the lake. The entire lake shivers with the form of his energy. And now that this energy is contagious, it is inescapable. Meeting the Guru or having his darshan is not like going for a social visit. It is like going to war, knowing you're going to lose. It is like watching a fire burn the house of your ego down. It is preparation to meet the highest. For the Sadguru robs man of his defenses. You cannot win over a Sadguru with words. You cannot put up an appearance before him. He knows the truth of your being. Accept that. Hide nothing. Don't play games with him. When you come to him, it is not who you are that matters. It is not how confounded you are, or how dark your deeds were, or what promises of saintliness you are now making. What matters is whether you have said yes. That yes is the first, most firm footstep on the spiritual journey. That yes brings innumerable gifts. That yes claps you to the Guru's being with a force that even death cannot sunder. That yes brings the Guru's entire clemency, his grace to you. And that yes is perhaps the disciple's only task. The rest of the journey is a reaffirmation, footstep by footstep, of the first step. That yes is the miracle. The rest are the miraculous details. An ancient prayer invokes the Guru as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. The Holy Trinity of Gods, for the Guru's being is limitless. He is not just the creator, the preserver, the resurrector, or God absolute. He is all creation himself. He is the thousand-eyed, thousand-limbed, thousand-mouthed God. He is the seed, the spore, the sap, and the tree of life. No one knows him. The wise are silent about his nature. But before the mirror of the Guru, the disciple sees and knows. That seeing is the true darshan. All the rest are preliminaries that help lead him there. That knowing is truly touching the Guru's feet, for in that moment of illusion, the Guru is revealed. With footsteps of Shraddha, the disciple's journey towards the Guru is very strange. The disciple is blind. He is ignorant and cannot see the path. He cannot move ahead on his own. It is the Guru who leads him on. Thus, the Guru is not only the goal of the disciple, he is also the guide, the one to whom we are attached with the rope of faith on our mountain climb. Trust, thus, is the first prerequisite. If you cannot trust the Guru, you cannot be led. Hence, even though the Guru is the fountainhead of spirituality, it has been advocated that the would-be disciple check out the Guru before wholeheartedly accepting him. The Buddha advised as much. Just as the gold is examined through burning, cutting, and rubbing, so you should thoroughly test my teachings and accept them, but never out of reverence for me. Swami Vivekananda had such an attitude at first towards Shri Ramakrishna Paramhansa. Once, the young disciple wanted to test his master's statement that he was unaffected by money, so he put a coin below Ramakrishna's pillow. The Guru could not sleep that night. Vivekananda's test had merely proven the spiritual armor of his Guru. Rid of doubt, the disciple can then humbly approach the Guru. His relationship with his spiritual guide rests on a firm footing. He can entrust himself to his Guru in life as in death. Only after the strong foundation of trust or Shraddha has been laid is the spiritual superstructure built. Man has to realize anew that he is a spiritual being made in his image. The Guru prods the disciple to realize his divinity. A small story narrates how. A cub had been separated from his tribe of lions. He began to live with sheep. In time, his behavior became exactly like theirs. He no longer roared, he bleated. A tiger saw him one day and was overcome by surprise. He caught hold of the still young cub and gave him a hard shake. "What is the matter with you?" the tiger roared. "Why do you behave like a sheep?" The terrified cub insisted that the tiger was mistaken. He was just a sheep. The tiger took the cub to a lake. The clear water reflected the cub's face. Immediately, he realized his true nature. The Guru's none too easy task is somewhat similar. He demolishes the apparatus on which our mistaken identity rests. We are his children, not creatures of mortal flesh and feverish blood. We are divine personages, clothed in hide, not desolate animals. We are souls encased in bodies, not bodies with souls. Such a turnaround occurs only when the disciple truly touches the Guru's feet. That is, when his ego flakes away from itself. Only then does he receive the spiritual charge that wakes him up. The Guru is a spiritual powerhouse, transmitting the current of spirituality into his disciples. At his graceful touch, the disciple awakens. Much preparatory work has to be done. However, we are laden with the psychological ferment and karmic baggage of lifetimes. The powerful eddies generated by our karmas, acting on minds not equipped with the right attitudes, can break our legs even as the journey begins. So, the Guru puts us in situations where we learn life lessons. Armed with aches of right attitude, we hew our path through the many obstacles of life. The Guru's grace is never more evident when life comes up with a challenge or a test. At such times, to quicken the spiritual evolution of his child, the Guru can take the disciple's karma upon himself, alleviating its misery-causing effects. Sensing that we are about to get our foot on a karmic crevasse, he lifts us up and carries us on his own shoulders. What encomiums can be heaped on such a Guru? He can only be silently loved, fully followed. Yet, there are times when the disciple resents his Guru. The Guru leaves no psychological stone unturned to perfect his spiritual son, but the disciple's commitment wills as a Guru operates on his mental makeup. However much the disciple may flinch from the Guru's ego-hurting blows, the Guru, bent on the disciple's perfection, carries his task through. At such weak moments, the disciple can't summon the will required to thwart his habits, but he need only realize that the Guru is taking pains on his behalf. The Guru's sole interest, unlike the self-interest concealed in every human relationship, is the disciple. His only interest is to take the disciple Godward. Whether he moves mountains of karmas out of the disciple's way to do this, whether he heals him of disease or of mental plagues, that is his wish. These are only means to the end of the leading the disciple to God. The Guru selflessly spends a huge amount of energy and time in fashioning a disciple. The journey up the spiritual mountain is no picnic. Spirituality, as the Sadguru transmits it, is not a comfort-giving philosophy. It is no cosmetic cream that can make our social faces and psychological masks look more beautiful for the moment. It is not a set of rituals and rites that we can fulfill to gratify ourselves or to flatter God. The spiritual terrain is a life-consuming affair. It is not a path that one's tread can be walked out of. Once you are with a Guru, once you accept the stewardship, you must go where he leads you. The Guru is our only chance to reclaim our divinity. He is the ladder that leads to God. He is the one who grants us self-realization. Everything in his hands is a device, from how he escapes the crowd to how he positions his relationship with us. But at all times, he is our Guru. No matter whether he is joking or lending an ear to the happenings of the day, he is our Guru, first, foremost, and last, and only through pleasing him or through attempting to please him shall the disciple succeed in getting to his cherished goal. Remember also that the Guru is not to be literally emulated. There is a story of Adi Shankara and a disciple who used to imitate each and every action of the great master. On a pilgrimage, the master stopped to take some alcohol from the hands of a peasant. The disciple, closed on his heels, did so likewise, and probably with great enthusiasm. Some distance ahead, the great Vedantist stopped again. Molten iron was coming out of an iron foundry. Unconcernedly, Shri Shankara asked for the liquid, cupped his hands, and took a long sip. The disciple was disarmed. He could not follow his master now. The Guru's words have to be followed in letter and spirit, no doubt. Yet the disciple should not imagine himself to be the Guru under any condition. It is much better to be continually engaged in lovingly remembering the Guru. That way, the Guru and the disciple are always linked in spirits. Spirituality in the hands of the Guru is a weapon to disarm our ego. Unless we are ready to be thus mercilessly exposed, do not seek a Guru or say you follow him. If you come to a Guru, rest assured that you will not receive continual ego messages. In fact, once you have fallen for a Guru, even slight indications of his favor may disappear. The greatness of the Guru lies in that he takes us as we are, warts and all. He loves us in spite of our blemishes. He sets no preconditions for our entering his path. Entirely self-sufficient, absorbed in cosmic bliss, he wants nothing, craves nothing. In his vision, all are alike. He sees no distinction. He favors none. Like the sky, he encompasses all without touching them. He is the eternal witness. His unblinking eye, steadfast on eternity, is intimate with each and every flowing thought in the stream of his disciples' minds. The Guru is the highest. He is incomparable. His grandeur is above even that of the lords of heaven. The sun, the moon, the stars are but incrustations of finite cosmic dust on his robe. The Holy Trinity, the countless gods and goddesses, the yogic powers are at his feet, ready to do his bidding. The Guru is God. The Guru is Shiva himself. In the Shiva Purana, Lord Shiva denies Lord Brahma's plea to create beings bound by mortality. He instead vows to descend on earth to remove such beings from the incessant round of births and deaths. He came as Guruji. In the dust of his feet, ah, what bliss! May Guruji have mercy on you and I. May the rain of his mercy fall on our foolish heads. May we, through the very charge of his being, be laid at his feet.